you walk into the sauce down now, you ready?
Yeah.
So as you walk into the pub, this is our shop bar, and the shop bar is going to be a traditional bar that you'd have in Ireland. Usually it's attached to something, either sports betting or the general store or post office, something of that nature. This actually was operating in West Cork, Timolete, called Foley's, and it was in one of our partners' family for about 80 years.
Wow.
Dismantled it. He's an architect by trade. When we opened up Vegas, the reason this pub here landed here, right where you're at, is because it was attached to the sports betting in Ireland. So they bet on the horses, come back to
Really?
the pub and drank. What better place to have it than in Ireland?
Yeah.
How you see this pub is exactly how you'd see it in Ireland, with the exception of we darken it for American
Yeah.
standards. I think it should be darker. This is the actual pub and closing night. As you can tell by the back bar, it was actually a white bar. It's the exact bar. All we did was darken it for standards. That was his granny, his auntie, some of the locals and regulars.
Oh, neat.
Yep.
All right.
Floor was the original floor from the bar. Even though this was not attached to the general store, we wanted that feel to it because this one, when it was working in Ireland, was attached to the plus betting.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The ponies. Yep.
You're going to walk into the Vic Bar next, and this is the Victorian Bar. This is more grand ornate, kind of what's being built in Ireland right now.
Okay.
Big good thing with this is what you see on this floor is actually the floor is from the Harlem and Wolff shipyard in Belfast. They're the ones who built the Titanic.
No way.
Yep, and this was in the architect's office. This picture here with the architects that built. This picture here is the architects that built the Titanic in Harlem shipyard. And as you can see, the floor is the exact same floor. All we did was change it so it would last volume and traffic.
That's so cool.
Yes.
All right.
This restaurant has a lot of dimension to it.
It does. All the pictures on the wall are actually really famous pictures from Ireland. Any book that you get out of Ireland will have those pictures in it. We actually know the photographer is never shown in a pub in the U.S. Until we asked him to put some pictures on.
Really?
Yeah?
Go ahead, Mouse.
Thanks. How about the sculpture?
The sculpture, that one's kind of a funny one. So he's about 500 pounds. It's plaster. It was an old technique about 400 to 500 years ago. We did try to authenticate him.
Yeah.
I started crumbling, so we had to seal him, so we couldn't get him fully.
Oh, no way.
But he was at a bar and one night. There was some drinks involved, and we ended up with him.
That's so funny.
So that's a true story. Bar is Kilkenny limestone. There's only a few left pouring in the world, but to get two pieces this size was a pretty big deal. So we wanted to save it. Kilkenny. It's Kilkenny limestone.
Wow.
Martin, he snuck in with Kilkenny limestone.
Oh, that's nice. They kept you in.
He's a Cork boy. He's a Cork boy.
We're good at it.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
May I take your photo?
Of course.
Yeah.
Make you famous. Lastly, in this room, for the most part, all the woodwork we see in the archway was from a church right outside of Dublin. We just took everything from it to make it in.
Really?
This, where you were eating,
Yeah.
is our whiskey room, and basically, we wouldn't have the biggest collection in the U.S., but we have the biggest Irish whiskey collection in
I
the U.S.
sensed that when I sat down.
So in Vegas, I have about 141 different Irish whiskeys.
Wow.
And the cabinets was from a jewelry store right off of Grafton Street. All we did was deepen it and turn it into whiskey cabinets. The floor is from a whiskey distillery, and that was the distillery when it was done. We bought all the woodwork inside, and the floor is what's from that.
I love how you have pieced historical places together.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
The ambiance in this room is
even
pretty
the tables
awesome.
and chairs that you sat on, everything came from Ireland. It's not old. It is new construction. Well, it's 10 years old now.
Yeah.
But it's made from 100% mahogany, and it was made by Irish craftsmen and then shipped to me in Las Vegas.
Nice.
We do music right now, post-pandemic, 6 days a week, not 7. Our music is Irish. Our current band used to be the house band for Temple Bar in Ireland. Temple Bar is one of the most busiest bars in Ireland. They came over to me about 5 years ago.
You have got it going on in here.
Yeah, you'll love them. They're not here tonight, unfortunately. But if
That's
you're
okay.
around,
How
they're great.
lucky.
Yeah. Corey doesn't care.
You're fine. I didn't realize how deep this restaurant was.
Which is big.
Wow.
Yeah, this is our main dining, and the reason it looks like a dinner and a show, if you notice on the walls,
Oh, yeah.
is because all the woodworking, especially the back mirrors, they're at 149 years old now. They're from the Olympia Theatre in Dublin, and the Olympia Theatre went through renovations 10 to 15 years ago, and we put all the woodwork inside.
How did you even like discover or find out and know that you'd need this and then go and source it
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
Like, did you just luck of everything coming
Pretty much
together?
luck, and people email us, and we're always in scavenging for like pubs that might have closed. We'll buy the woodwork inside, especially if there's some historic or something we deem necessary. I had somebody call me about 3 years ago for a bridge that Michael Collins had walked over, but it's kind of, I don't have a place for a bridge, so we didn't buy it.
Is this all mahogany?
This is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gorgeous.
And that's the motif that you get in this room.
It's stunning.
So then when you come in here, go to the restrooms, but you'll see how we continued it out.
Yeah.
Is to give you the feel of it, the Olympia Theatre posters.
Yeah.
They're
Yes.
original from the 70s and 80s from Dublin horse shows.
Yeah, like
That's,
I feel like I just walked out to use the restroom real quick and go back to the show.
yeah, correct.
Right?
Totally.
That's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm coming to the lobby really quick and then, yeah.
Is this all the kitchen back here?
That's a private party room.
Oh.
Yep. I show it to you, but it's mine.
No,
Right now
no,
my
it's
junk
okay.
room.
It's okay.
It's where all my extra tables are when
Yeah.
I pay for
The
code.
woodwork here, is it from?
That is from Ireland too. Yeah, that's a hobnodge though. So I basically have a list of everything because everything was authenticated.
Yes.
And we brought it over.
Yes.
That's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
main part would have been it's above a bar. The outside was from actually I think a restaurant at one stage. But we just wanted to put it. We thought the wall needed something.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
Love the floor in here.
I cannot believe how like well preserved you kept everything to like.
We have a master craftsman in Wicklow, Ireland, and when we buy something, we'll take it, renovate it, put it back together, and then when it's something here that we need from a size-wise, we'll say we have a wall that's 40 by 40. What can we fit that we have?
So, do you have multiple locations?
We have a few locations. So right now we have 6 RiRa.
Wow.
Yeah, all the West Coast for the most part, and this is the only one we have in Las Vegas.
And may I get the background to the name?
RiRa. So basically, yeah, you can actually.
Yeah.
So the loose translation is good times.
Okay.
I love it.
There's no literal translation because we stole it from a phrase RiRa Agus Rulabula.
Okay.
And RiRa Agus Rulabula means king of good crap, which is king of good fun.
Okay.
Shortened to RiRa means good fun.
Good fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the
okay.
loose translation.
Yeah, I love it. Yes. that's
One
so
more
cute.
room.
Okay.
Yes.
Look at this bar. Look at the bathroom. So nice.
I know, it wasn't the best eating table, but I knew you were hungry, so we had to take care of you. Just gotta make you famous.
You're not on my video. It's okay.
All right, this is our parlor room. Basically, it's a throwback room. Obviously, ours is made from the 70s. It became big in Ireland just as we were opening this pub about 10, 15 years ago. They had about 10 operating. The most popular was the living room in Dublin. It was set in the 80s, very couchy, loungy vibe. So we flew the woman out that designed the first living room, her bar, and had her design this one, but for our taste, which is the 70s.
Yes.
I love it.
I love the drop down.
And the
light.
wallpaper.
Yes. Yes.
Wallpaper was actually found at a yard sale in Northern Ireland.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And the reason that you see this is that all the music pictures here. Famous Irish. From Lizzie to you name it's on the
Yes. I love the roots that you brought. That
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
very
yeah.
proud of.
It
makes me
is.
very happy.
And it's funny because what I like
I
about
love
this
that.
is that if an Irish or English walk in this pub, immediately they go, I feel like
I
I'm
feel
home.
home.
Oh,
I feel like
totally.
I'm home."
Yes.
Yeah. So the build is authentic, and then we have it with the rest of the staff that are Irish. So normally we would have a lot more Irish. Because of pandemic, we had to
Yeah.
stay home last year.
Yeah.
And embassies in Ireland aren't open yet. They don't open till December, so we can't bring over more Irish at this
So you
stage.
hired local.
Yeah, they come over for a 1-year training visa called the J1 visa.
Oh.
They come over, they learn the American way, they bring a lot more authenticity.
Yes, they do.
And then when they learn it, they go back.
Okay.
So,
Is that like a program?
Awesome.
it's a 1-year program.
Look at all these
Yep.
pictures.
Yeah, I fly over in October to interview.
You fly over in October to what?
To interview some more artists.
Wow.
Lastly,
So neat.
come on in real
What
quick.
in the world? Oh, this is the shop. Wow.
This is the Guinness store. There is 4 operating in the world. There is one in Dublin in the Storehouse, which is going to be the Guinness Storehouse. That is the number 1. The second one is in the airport in Dublin. Third one was built about 3 years ago, and that's Guinness bought a brewery in the East Coast in Baltimore, and it's called the Open Gate Brewery, so OGB for short.
Yeah.
And they built kind of something similar to this, something that you find in Ireland. And then the Las Vegas location is number 4. So most of the stuff here is direct from Ireland, at least 60% of it. And you can always tell your clientele base, because when they come in, they only want something, if they're out of the USA, they only want something that says Las Vegas.
Right.
And if they're American, they only want something from Ireland. Yep.
That makes a lot of sense.
Uh-huh. But you can get everything in the store, from Guinness jackets to Guinness poker chips to Guinness hats to you name
Okay.
it. It is
Oh
on
my
there.
gosh, chocolate stout cupcake mix.
Exactly, see?
Wow.
What?
See?
I love it. What does the ceiling say?
That says Arthur Guinness. That is his signature.
Beer bread.
Okay, we were trying to make that out
Yep,
earlier.
that's his signature.
Got it.
Beer bread too.
Yes. So neat.
Love this.
This suite is we added this about 5 years ago, maybe? 4 years ago.
Okay.
And basically, right now it is just a bar.
Yeah.
But we do offer pre-pandemic, and we will launch it at some point, hopefully this year, that you can learn how to pour a Guinness, just like you do in Ireland. You're going to be taught how to Guinness. You're going to do it yourself. When you're done, you're going to get a picture and a photo, and you're going to
No way.
get a certificate that you are now
We're coming back.
perfect pint master.
Yeah, we are.
Scott, you need to let us know
You
when
let
we
us
can
know
do
when you
that.
come back.
Totally do
Yeah.
that.
We just have not launched it since
Oh
we
my
opened
God.
back up.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we need
Oh,
to.
there will be a
Yeah.
line out the door for that.
So what
Yeah,
is
it's fun.
what is the key tip to pouring the perfect glass
Right
of
there.
Guinness?
Yep. I was gonna say in my
It's a
bartending
6-step
days.
path.
It's a
It's a
tilt.
six-step.
I knew it was a tilt.
Yep.
Yeah.
A slow and a
You
pull
want,
and a draw
you
back
want a
in.
glass and a very clean glass.
Okay.
You want to tilt it at a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
From there, you want to pull it, and you want to pull it down, and you want it about 3/4 or to the harp of the Guinness glass. Is the probably best way to
Ah.
Some comes up.
Correct, because it's
settles.
nitrous. Yep, she knows her stuff. See? You're gonna let it settle, and you're gonna let it settle for 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
And then you're gonna top it off, and you're gonna top it deep, but you're gonna go the other way. So instead of pulling the handle towards you, you're gonna go the other direction, because that gives less gas,
Oh.
so your head won't be too big.
Okay.
What do you think about in a schooner, like
And
a
then-
frozen schooner?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I didn't have that. And then the best way to pour a Guinness, though, after you're done and it's finished, the proper way is the Guinness must be placed in front of you, facing you. If it's not facing you, then it's not a perfect pour.
Oh.
We're gonna have to come back for the perfect
So there you
pour.
go.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I love this.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome. What's the deal with the big guy here? Yeah. This is Gabe.
No, that's just copper from Ireland. We actually built it.
Yeah, you're built into it.
And the toucans?
Kind of like that. 2 cans with their mark. Oh, I'm gonna let him do it.
Yes.
That's his thing.
Oh,
Basically, back around World War I, World War II era,
okay.
Guinness wanted to advertise the foreign markets, and in order to accomplish that, they hired out an artist by the name of John Gilroy.
Okay.
He loved visiting the Dublin Zoo growing up as a kid, and he drew himself in an image of a zookeeper. And the ad campaign revolves around
Oh, you have a toucan on your shirt. Okay.
the ad campaign revolves around the zookeeper being messed with by all the animals of the zoo breaking out of their pens. So think like down at the museum.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Yeah, yeah.
kind of
Yes.
concept. As far as the toucan specifically, a lot of that are originally they had a pelican as one of their earliest animals,
Okay.
and a poet came along and rewrote the pelican into a toucan.
Interesting.
Guinness fell in love with it because of the word pun potential. So like 2 cans are better than 1.
Yes.
Oh,
That
yes,
sort of
yes,
thing,
yes.
right?
Yeah, cute. Yes.
Guinness loved it, and as a result, it became just another part of that like family of animals.
And they all have a glass of Guinness on their beaks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
Fun.
far as popularity, I surmise a lot of it has to do with more than 40% of Guinness sold and consumed. It's actually in Africa, Jamaica, Caribbean, Nigeria. So that whole region makes up about 40% of the sales.
Oh my gosh.
And as a result, a tropical bird that's indigenous to those countries makes sense that it ended up being
Sure.
almost a figurehead as far
Yeah.
as like
Yeah.
mascot levels of
Give me an
popularity.
example to finish
Yeah.
it off for him. You can see you've got the ostrich, the lion,
Oh.
koala,
My
the
favorite.
turtle.
That makes sense. I like the toucan.
Yeah, thank you for the history on that.
That was
Like,
fascinating.
That's his man. That's his stick.
Yeah.
That's great.
And we love hearing stuff about why and what and when and how, right?
Yeah.
It's important for the rhyme and the reason to bring everything over from an Irish pub even to Guinness.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that you guys went that far and that committed and
Yeah.
that to make that happen.
Yeah, even our menu would be a lot of traditional items or a twist on them.
Sure.
So like our Scotch eggs, which
Yes.
their bottom is traditional, but the top then we turn deviled.
Yes.
Right.
And it's become such a monster popular dish. Like tonight, you're gonna have the bread pudding in about probably 15 more minutes.
Yeah.
Bread pudding would be very traditional as a base start, but then we caramelize and brown sugar, and it's delicious.
Yum.
Yeah. So it fits both the American and the European palate.
That's
Did
neat.
the store open with the restaurant?
It did
Same
open
time?
Same. Yep.
How long did you guys have to work on getting it prepped ready, things shipped over?
We started. Well,
What was your
shipments
start
for
to
this was
opening?
probably we opened in 2011, March 11th.
Yes.
And our official date was March 17th when we did a pre-opening.
Mm-hmm.
We probably opened about 6 months early for this store to get stuff over, and then we actually flew over the team from Ireland from the Guinness store to come over and set the store up.
Cool.
Yep.
Yes, good job, you guys. It's fantastic. And
Yeah.
everything flows nice. It kind of just makes you feel like you're away.
That's what you want, because when you leave the building, you want people to be like, wow, I forgot I was in a casino.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, and we did say we didn't realize how long we've been in there. We were like,
Yeah.
oh, we've been here.
You just
Happens
kind
all
of
the
get
time.
carried away.
Yeah, yeah. It's very nice
Yeah.
settling the
Especially
ambiance
when a
is
band
nice.
comes in. Band comes
Sure.
in. Well, if you want low key, that's not for you. But most people want that fun Irish kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
They kind of even forget they're here and they don't realize how much time they've been spending at the bar.
Perfect. Yes.
That's neat.
Yes.
Thank you, Scott.
You're very welcome.
That was super informative.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We love stuff like that.
Yeah.